Hey everyone, welcome back to The Good Place. We are here for the remainder of Season 1, and tonight, Love Triangle. Join us as we discuss who we think should end up with who.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
You can blow with this, you can blow with that. You can blow with this,
You can go with that.
you can blow with this.
There's a lot. There's a lot of this and a lot of that going on in this episode of The Good Place. We are back. We had a long little break there. And now we're here. There's 4 more episodes left, including tonight, so 3 after tonight.
Let's
to finish
hear from
off
Michael.
Season 1. This is... Oh, I'm sorry.
Every single
I just heard something.
You know,
you guys
all this
didn't know.
technology really gets to us. But welcome back. We are excited to be here. I'm your lead host, Michael Clouse. You can find me on Twitter at Michael Clouse TV, on Instagram at TheOnlyMC. We're here without Allie the Pub, but Jeff Graham is back.
Hello, everyone. Good to be back. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Is my computer on now, too?
No, it's just Michael.
I'm sorry.
Get it together.
You guys can tell it's been about 8 weeks since we've been in the studio.
Still struggling.
For some reason, my glasses are just fogging up. Anyway, let's just go
going
to
on?
Dani. Let's just move
Hey
on.
everyone, I'm not typically here, but I'm here guesting tonight. My name is Dani Golub, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dani Golub. Very excited to be here for this fun show.
Yeah, and hey guys, I'm Renee Ariel, and you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel.
And in case you guys are wondering why the noise is happening, it's because I have the live chat up on my phone, and we would love to have you join us on the live chat to join the discussion. Every time we talk about
Also,
something, we
they
want to know
killed
your
it.
input.
Can we just talk about how
They did.
Like, I feel like both of us were like, I couldn't even figure out what my glasses were.
Your glasses are
It's like,
fogging
my name is
up,
Renee
my
Ariel. You can
phone
find
is
me on-
messing up.
It's all right.
Girl
Let's do it.
power.
Yeah.
Danny, you excited to be here? part
I'm
of this
so
panel?
excited. This is one of my favorite shows. Jeff and I bond over our Mike Schur love all the time, but Parks and Rec, The Office, The Good Place, bring it on.
Brooklyn.
All right.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, yeah. The more sitcoms, the better, in my opinion. So
Absolutely.
You know, I
very
forgot
excited.
how much I loved this show too, and then
I
it
know.
comes back tonight, and it just hits that home
Came
run
back
again.
strong.
Oh yeah.
Very good. Love Triangle.
It's more of a love square, if you think
Love-
about it.
Maybe Pentagon?
Yeah,
Yeah, because like
it's-
Chidi's in the middle,
Yeah.
and then there's like all these ladies.
Yes, yeah, that's true. So who, coming in, who did you want him to end up with? Or who is your favorite? If you're like, you know, it's like The Bachelor.
It
You
is.
see Nick. What girl do you want him to
It's an
end up
appropriate week for this episode.
with? It's a very
Yes.
appropriate week.
I think I've been shipping a little Eleanor since the beginning. Mm-hmm. So I've always wanted to see the Chidi Eleanor
You
connection.
did come up with Eleanor.
I think I came up with Eleanor.
I love
after
it.
Show. I mean, already I'm very much sensing a Jim Pam dynamic. So
Like
especially
forbidden lovers kind of thing.
forbidden lovers, but friends though. They've got
Yeah.
a good. They think they're bros, but really there's so much more.
Good foundation for love.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Who are you shipping with Chidi?
Go for it.
Okay, so I really like him and the Eleanor we've known the whole show, but I was like, if they end up together this episode, that's super underwhelming for me. Like, if it really is her finally come back. Like, I want some like awkward tension for like weeks before
Right.
they get together, because it was like, oh, she discovered it in the first 5 minutes and told him in the next 5 minutes, and I was like, no. So I'm happy they left it like alone for now. But like all in all, I want them to like eventually get back together.
Right.
So I differ a little bit here.
Ooh.
From the second I saw them both, I was like, why do I feel like Chidi and Tahani are meant to be? And I know that like they kind of don't seem like they should be together, but they have all of the same interests. They have all the same passions. They seem like on Earth they probably would have been together. Whereas I feel like the real Eleanor, as opposed to fake Eleanor, is like too nice. Whereas Tahani kind of has like that edge on her that would balance out Chidi, because he's also kind of too nice.
Yeah.
And I feel like we don't know real Eleanor well enough yet to really ship her with anyone, because I don't really like have a connection with her as a character quite yet. But from the second I started seeing them from the beginning, I was like, are those two gonna end up that they realize? I mean, like when they did like the couples massages and stuff, and it was like Chidi, Tahani, and Jian-Yu, I was like already starting to ship Tahani and Chidi a little bit, because you knew he made the painting for her and everything.
Yeah.
I think looking at everything that we've seen from Chidi so far, that it seems like he could maybe go with Tahani. But I feel like this episode, Tahani would get mad at him for him acting how he did in this episode.
I mean, everyone would. He was so frustrating with the indecisiveness. I mean, I'm
That's
indecisive.
not an attractive quality for a guy.
Goodness. I mean, it's-
Is it not? Is it?
It's what killed him.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to see that tonight. So,
Literally.
like, literally, indecisiveness ended this poor man. So it's like, if he can't get it together in the afterlife, like, come on now.
But like at the same time, we've all spent 30 minutes in our car yelping bars, right?
Totally.
Like that's not just. You've never.
And then you get to the one and it's actually closed for some
Yeah,
reason, and you're like,
you're like,
now
"No,
we
I
gotta
gotta
make
keep-"
this decision all over again.
That is a classic
Happened.
move. I think, yeah, I see what you're saying now that you mentioned it. Like, I could see, like, Chidi and Tahani, like, going to a gala or something.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
I could see
But at
that.
the
Like
same...
arm candy.
Yeah. But I do think, I'm predicting, and I know we're not there yet, but that Chidi and Eleanor are going to be the will they, won't they of the series. Ross, Rachel, Jim, Pam, I think it's going to be one of those.
I think it's going to be even more drawn out than Jim and Pam, because Jim and Pam get together in season 3. But I feel like it's going to be
Three or
more...
4?
I think it's the last episode of 3. He's like, do you want to... What are you
And then
doing
it
tonight?
comes
Do you want to
back
go for a
in
date
4.
or whatever?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then so episode 1 of season 4, they're kind of like together. But
Right.
but yeah, so I feel like this is going to be more drawn out than that because it's like less obvious. I think that she has realized that there's potential for them, but he hasn't really quite yet.
And it's one of those things you can't give it away too much. If
No.
you're predicting a show to go several seasons, to give away something like this right off the bat,
Right.
you can't do it.
Yeah. Agreed.
There is, though, one relationship that we know is already turned into a marriage.
my
And
favorite.
it's one that Jeffrey Graham predicted at the end of last season. Let's give him a round of applause for
Thank
making
you.
that
You
prediction.
guys threw me so much shade.
I gave you so much hate for that. I'm like, that's not gonna happen. Like, if you watch our last episode, I was just like throwing it at
know.
you. I didn't think that they would do that.
Jian-Yu and Janet.
Ooh,
She's
yeah.
not a person.
We got some chatters.
We do,
Mike's
yeah.
on it. Yeah.
I said it's kind of similar to like the movie Her, when the guy falls in love with his computer with Scarlett Johansson's voice. I mean, this is just like that to the nth degree.
Could she say no? That's the question that I have.
Yes, I think so.
Could she?
But I agree with Matt. Like, could she?
She didn't have to say the things that she was saying back to him. When they were actually getting married, she was like, you know, I don't know. I felt like that she sort of, we saw maybe some emotion, weirdly.
I don't know. I think
I
she
don't
just,
know.
she does. She always looks like happy. So I feel, and she
True.
like, did all the, she's like, oh, marriage. I have to say yes. Let me do research on love.
Yeah,
and then that's
true.
what we saw. I don't think it was like, she started developing feelings for him.
Yeah. I mean, Jian-Yu seems like the kind of guy that would fall for a computer, so.
Right.
Oh man, we've talked about it before.
Especially when the computer brings him wings. Or his
I
favorite
know.
wing spot.
Wings, will you marry me? Like,
Yeah.
that was
Sold.
how it went.
Sounds
Also-
like my perfect relationship.
Also, I want to throw in shout out to Renji on the live chat who says, quote, I feel like Chidi and real Eleanor would be together. The others are more friends in a way.
See, I feel like it's different. I feel like right now, Chidi and Eleanor... Renji, you're wrong. Get out of the chat. I'm just kidding. But I think that Chidi and Eleanor have more of the friend dynamic, whereas I see what you're saying about
No,
Chidi and
I think the others are more. Oh, okay, I see.
Real Eleanor
Eleanor.
is the new
Real
one.
Eleanor is the
I should
new
go.
one.
But that's just because she's new and they don't know each other well, so they don't really have a dynamic.
We
All
could
they've
do,
been
we could
told
do
is
Eleanor and Kristen Bell. Because
And I'm really interested to find out more about real Eleanor because we
Me
still
too.
haven't like dug into her.
she seems very nice.
Seems very
too
nice and down to earth.
You know
What are
what,
her
though?
flaws?
Now that Renji says it, that will get interesting. Because if you think about it, like, a civil rights advocate lawyer would be so up Chidi's alley. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. I mean, and then there is like Michael's algorithm, though flawed. Like they are supposed to be soulmates, and like it seemed to have worked for the other people in the village that we've seen. That isn't just Tahani and Chidi.
Right.
Kind of. I feel like for the others, it really has worked. Like that one couple we saw a couple episodes ago when Chidi and fake Eleanor were fighting. You know, like they
yeah.
seemed like really in sync with each other.
But we haven't like seen enough couples,
Yeah,
I don't think,
we haven't.
or gotten to know them as well. Like I think if we maybe the show's gonna switch things up and show that the way that they pick the soulmates is flawed, and that we'll see this like when we get to know other couples in the
Right.
town. It's possible, but because
Yeah.
they really don't show a lot of people aside from that one couple
Right.
that were with came to stay with Eleanor that one time.
Well, speaking of Chidi, this was a big episode for him in his past. And we've seen a lot of flashbacks of our people. We have always mentioned that we haven't seen enough of Chidi and flashbacks and really a lot about his life on Earth. We now know how he dies, which is a result of his complete indecision, which is the huge focus of every flashback that he has, whether it's picking a team in recess or helping his best man. He struggles with decisions.
Wait, quick trivia. The way Chidi died, which classic Adam Sandler movie did you guys think of when you saw that?
Happy Gilmore?
Yes, Happy Gilmore.
I've never seen Happy Gilmore.
You might need to just leave right now.
I'm sorry, it's been really fun.
No, it's
It's
love
great.
it.
It's
classic.
I'll check it out.
But the air conditioning death, this was the second time I've seen this.
Yeah,
I guess you
that's
didn't die in Happy Gilmore,
hysterical.
but indecision was what you were talking about. I'll get back. I'm getting distracted.
You're good.
Yeah, this was fun because I feel like Chidi's been a little too perfect. It was fun to see them chip away and show us some of his flaws because the most interesting characters have some kind of, flaw. And
Totally.
I forget the name of the actor that's portraying Chidi, but this was a really smart way. I think like anxiety and indecision, he played that really, really well. I want to
Yeah.
look him up to give him that credit.
And I love that they hinted at that like in the first half of this season with his book that he wrote, and he would always like go back and forth being like, well, it's probably this, but it also could be this, and
Right.
showing the indecisiveness like from the get-go.
The show continues they've almost torn him down because initially to start, you had her at a really low level. And I remember mentioning this a couple episodes. You had her at a really low level, and then Chidi was like, man, she sucks. He's awesome getting into the good place. But now we're so much seeing his flaws.
Yeah.
And the decision making and spending hours upon hours. And hilarious, by the way, of the guy who's getting married posing the
Yeah.
marriage a month beforehand.
That's
That's just
hilarious.
good writing,
That's just
Good friend.
classic
It's clever.
to throw it completely off. And he's really getting beat down.
I wonder if that's what they're going to do now with real Eleanor, because she seems very perfect, very nice, very put together. Like, I wonder if we're going to slowly see her flaws. She can't just be a perfect person.
No, I
That's
mean, we
Talk
got,
about that
we
right
got to
now.
see Tahani's, like
Yeah.
Tahani
Oh,
has like
yeah.
a pretty flawed past with her family. So it's interesting to see how even like the most perfect people have baggage and have things that they've dealt with, like with whatever millions of points that they had to get into the good place. Everyone's got their stuff, and
Yeah, that's what we talked about with this show. Is it really seems like the thesis statement of the show is like, what is good, what is bad? It's all kind of ambiguous. And what's so interesting is as these characters either get built up more or broken down more, it might even shift the whole paradigm of how the good place and the bad place work. Like, I'm excited to see all these problems expand just beyond their village, because I kind of think they will. If all these things keep getting revealed about all the characters.
I wonder if we'll
Yeah.
ever see the other villages. Like, what, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, I know Michael sure doesn't necessarily have a hold on what season 2 is going to
Well,
look
yeah,
like.
I spoke with one of the writers of the show, Joe Mandy, and I kind of asked him, like, where is the show going? And he said for the first time with working with Mike, he kind of was like, it was a little up in the air. Like, it's going to be, they had the season 1 kind of down pat, but
Yeah.
the season 2, this is such an abstract idea for a show. It's not like a normal situation comedy. The situation happens to be very unique. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see where they literally can go anywhere because it's a fictional
Right.
universe. So it'll be really interesting to see where this goes.
That is one of the best things, too, is that nothing is like, oh, that's completely out of the realm of reality.
They have like flying
Yeah.
Because
squints.
it's not reality.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's going to be great. When they actually had the reveal, we're talking about all these couples, were you surprised when he eventually didn't have to make a decision and all the girls just kind of left?
Sounds just like The Bachelor.
It sounds just like my life. I don't know. I was thinking this looks familiar. No, I'm just kidding. I have a longtime lady in my life, but before that, no, I thought it was really funny, and
Shout out to her.
yeah, she watches the show. So, but I know I think it was a funny twist in a funny way. The thing that I liked about all of that was Mike Schur's shows are so about promoting friendship. Like, all of his shows, instead of, I feel like, a lot of comic writers believe that conflict is the essential ingredient to driving all comedy. But he's, with his Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he's proven that, like, amiability and friendship is what can make something really funny. And watching Tahani and Eleanor, and now new Eleanor, kind of become friends at the end and walk out as a trio was, I thought, kind of cool.
I thought it was
I like that as
interesting
well.
in that we're still seeing growth in old Eleanor. In that Tahani and her were almost having a fight, and Tahani was starting it.
Yeah.
And, like, starting an argument. And Eleanor's like, no. Like, let's not do this.
Right.
Let's not risk our friendship. Bless you twice.
Sorry, thank you.
You're good. And Eleanor's like, no, let's not do this. Let's work together. We're too good of friends. And that surprised me. We're still seeing that growth as we need to, as they're trying to keep her in the good place.
I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
I really like that as well. Like, especially them at the wedding was my favorite.
So,
Them
like,
back and
drinking
forth.
wine?
Yeah, I thought that was
Cute.
very sweet. I really liked their dynamic.
I like that they are bringing new Eleanor in kind of as a more ensemble cast member. At first, I was a little bit hesitant because I was kind of comfortable with the cast that we had. But then I started thinking about Mike's other shows and The Office and Parks, and as the ensemble grew, the shows got better. Like with The Office, like bringing in Aaron and Andy and like people that weren't in it in the first few seasons. So like I think honestly with a show like this, the more the merrier. Like
Agreed.
the more kind of quirky, funny people that we can bring in and throw in the mix, the more entertaining it will be.
You have your people that you love that are the staples,
The
then you
core,
have the other ones that you grow to appreciate so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like the ensemble's been kind of small up until now.
Yeah, that's why at first I was like reluctant to new people. I think that's just like naturally with a show you get comfortable. But
Right.
I think, like I said, maybe bringing in other of the villages or whatever. Like I want more. I liked getting to see Adam Scott and his Bad Place people. So I think that like more stuff like that would be fun.
The newest member that we
agree.
find out about tonight is Bamba John. I almost thought we were going to see more of him, though. He was like in
he was a
two
real bummer.
scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a bummer, Bamba John.
A lot of
Buzzkill.
names in this show, by the way.
I know.
Trying
And
to
who comes up with like Tahani, Jian-Yu? They're all very
Bamba
like
John.
Bamba John. They're not
Yeah.
easy. Well, because if you think about it, they're people from all over the world because
Right.
they did make that comment at the beginning that they could all understand
English.
each other.
Yeah. That was.
Well, we don't even know if it's English. It's
You're
English
right.
for us.
Because we can
but
understand.
yeah.
Whoa. That's
Meta. Like maybe in France they could all understand it too.
What? Nice.
Want to throw it, Ivan has a twist theory in that Shellstrop, who is new Eleanor, not old Eleanor, actually belongs in the bad place. I don't know
Eleanor
about-
Shellstrop is old Eleanor.
I think they're both named Eleanor Shellstrop.
Oh, you're
yeah,
right.
they
They
are,
are.
they
They
are.
are. They are.
I that's what I thought from the beginning was
No, that's
that
actually true. I forgot about that.
I think I've agree with Yvonne Soto that it has been right all along. And Kristen Bell is supposed to be in The Good Place, and other Eleanor is supposed to be.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know the reason why I wouldn't be totally opposed to that idea is because they've made her seem again like too perfect, and even from the beginning when we met Tahani, she was a bit condescending. She was not this perfect
Right.
person. You could automatically like see her flaws a little bit, or like what would make her seem intimidating, whatever. With everyone, even like Chidi was a little bit anxious, but literally like, this new Eleanor is like the
So chill.
nicest, kindest, forgets everything, and that makes me think like this girl has to
She's
have
hiding
some sort of
something?
edge,
Yeah.
personality-wise, not in her past because they've all been through a lot, but like right now there has to be something up with her mentally, like something.
What if there's something just so dark that comes out
She
of the
came from the bad place, so who knows what she did down there?
I know.
She's like a reformed something of like she was really bad and
Maybe.
now she's reformed and
Could
She's like a born again or
She
something?
was on
Yeah.
death row, and then that's how she became a death
Maybe.
row advocate lawyer. I don't know. We'll
right.
see.
Read that Bible in the jail cell and then
Yes.
everything changed.
Yeah.
Snap out of it.
I mean, you never know. Well, anything else that you guys really stood out before we get to major predictions and like what we think will last? Because one of my major things is thinking, you know, obviously we had Chidi and Janet, or not Chidi and Janet,
Jian-Yu and Janet.
Jian-Yu and Janet. Do you think that will last?
First of all, watching Darcy Carden say objected. Wait, was that right?
If someone,
Object.
no, Kristen Bell said objected, and then she goes overruled.
Overruled. That was hysterical. See, that's why, to your point, maybe she is a little bit into it. Because she overruled their objection so quickly.
And she did say like according to all these 200 whatever thousand books and movies, like this is what love is,
Yeah.
like I don't know, I kind of felt like, and then they kissed.
Yeah.
I know.
They were like, get it, girl. Who knows?
I don't
What
know
do you
how-
think,
he
Renee?
went
I
the
don't know
90
how
though.
I feel
He did.
about it.
He went 90, she went 10.
Like Hitch style, Will Smith. Right? Is that what that's from?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
it's from.
Keep it in the box. What do they say? Keep it right here. Hitch? Am I-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need no pizza. They got food there.
Yeah,
When
that's
he's doing the dance moves.
I feel like all of us remember different parts of Hitch, and eventually we will have just said the whole movie if we go around. We can keep talking about the show that you're leading, though. I hijacked the conversation.
We'll do Happy
No.
Gilmore next and Hitch after that.
Yeah, sounds good.
No,
Stay
I-
tuned.
I don't know. I don't think it'll last.
Oh, you mean
Will
Gian
Michael
yet?
allow it? Michael still doesn't know.
I feel like Jian-Yu. Should we start calling him Jason, or do we keep calling him Jian-Yu? Because now
He's
everyone's calling him
Jason.
Jason.
He is
Jason
Jason
Mendoza.
Mendoza.
But I feel like Jason's gonna get over it before Janet does.
Yeah.
And I think and she's gonna still be there. And he's like, I don't know how to get rid of her. Like I think after the honeymoon
Yeah.
is over.
Yeah.
And the other thing, we still haven't seen the real Jason Mendoza.
What do you mean?
Because
Well,
if
'cause there's two
he's not
Eleanors.
supposed to be there,
Oh, he's not.
and
you're
neither
right.
is she,
Oh, Oh, yeah. You're right.
I wish we had a replay to see your face on that.
That was so
That was a huge reveal.
You're
It's
right.
been a few
though.
weeks since we've been here.
Yeah,
I forgot.
which I don't know if they'll throw in season 1. They have 3 weeks. I feel like that would be a season, or maybe like a cliffhanger at the end.
Probably
of the season.
cliffhanger at the end.
I could have used like a Last Time in the Good Place. I kind of wish they would have done that with the show with this much plot.
Here's what happened last week.
Yeah, or just because it's.
Yeah.
Michael Schur said one of his major
I think they
inspirations.
did.
Oh, did they?
They did. I think we fast forwarded it.
Whoops. Well, Michael Schur says one of his biggest inspirations for the show is Lost, and they would only do that for Lost. So.
Like, wish they'd do something if they're already doing.
Like they did, yeah.
We just
I
missed
think
it.
they did, but I'm not sure.
All right. Well,
4 minutes left. Predictions.
Your
that
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
What do you got? I'll wait out at the end.
Okay, so I think there's going to be a big reveal with the new Eleanor, the real Eleanor, and then I stick with the Jian-Yu getting over the relationship before Janet, and that's all I got so far.
So I can make like a big overarching prediction
Ooh.
about
Go
the
for it.
entire show. That I've had this like conspiracy theory since I started watching.
Ooh, we love those.
But like I think that the good place is the bad place. Oh. And I haven't like nothing of that has been confirmed, but like that's just a really big bomb to drop. But like I've been convinced this entire time that this is not the good place.
Do you think they would have frozen yogurt in the bad place?
I don't know.
Do
I don't
they have
know.
ice cream
I don't
in the
know
Good
what the
Place?
logistics is. Like I don't know what's going on, but something tells me that like where they are isn't actually the good place. And I don't know if that's going to be revealed this season or if that's like a down the road thing or what. But that's been like since I saw the first episode, I was like, there's something off with this entire universe that maybe is something bigger than what we as viewers are led on to see. I don't know. That's just
see
my.
Because
Crazy
there's
out
so
there
much
thought.
wrong that it's...
And it just keeps going on, and new things keep coming up, and like I don't know if it's going to be revealed to us at some point or what. That's the kind of thing where like I don't even know if the writers really have gotten that far yet. But like
If
for
they will now that you mentioned it.
for some reason that's like my go-to. And a couple of the people that I work with, like we haven't seen the finale yet for this, so we don't know. But like a few of us are like flirting with that idea.
I could see it.
I
Just
can-
a huge bomb.
Ooh, yeah. I can maybe see it being a bridge. I just don't know about the full...
I don't know. It's totally a out there guess.
I think because I respect Michael too much to see that he would be a leader of a bad place. I like Michael.
But like, what if he doesn't know? If there's
Right.
like that's kind of my theory. Is like I don't know if they even know, but it could be like.
A test or something.
Yeah, like someone even bigger than Mike. Because Michael isn't.
He's
like,
not,
is Michael
no.
God? I don't think so.
Who?
He's
So is-
like one of
would the-
God's puppets, I believe.
He's an angel.
The bad place would be the good place.
I don't know if that's even the case. I don't know if it's like I this is just kind of like I just feel like something's flipped.
Like
Yeah.
the good place, the better place, the best place.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Levels.
Yeah.
Jeff
I,
Graham?
I think we're gonna see Eleanor fall in love with someone else quickly, and then
New-
Chidi's gonna get jealous and maybe
Which
date Tony.
Eleanor?
Which Eleanor?
Sorry,
Kristen
Bell.
Okay.
Bell. Okay.
Kristen Bellinor.
Kristen Bellinor. I love it. Kristen Bellinor is gonna start dating someone else, and then that's gonna make Chidi jealous.
In the good place,
In
obviously.
the good place, and then Chidi will start dating Tahani.
So someone else's soulmate?
Maybe. I don't know.
So where's fake Eleanor? I mean, real Eleanor going then in this situation? With Mike or with Jumbo? What's his name?
I don't watch The Bachelor, guys. I don't go to the bad place. One quick point to bring up that Yvonne Soto brought up. We're waiting for the new Jason Mendoza, like you mentioned. Technically, we're actually waiting for the real Jian-Yu because Jason Mendoza
Yeah.
has been
Well,
posing as Jian-Yu.
It
It was a good point to clarify.
Oh yeah, so
That's
I wonder.
true, that's
So then
true.
maybe that's not his name.
Wait, then we already know who the real. We just don't know who he is. We know all
Jian-Yu might not
about
be
him,
dead.
Yeah.
Jian-Yu might not be dead.
Or he might be in another village.
Yeah, it seems like there's like so many flaws. Like Eleanor and Eleanor, I guess, died at the exact same time or
Right.
something. But like, since his name isn't actually Jian-Yu, like maybe this person isn't dead, and I don't know. It's very
I don't know.
because his name is Jason.
So going along with your point, I would say that I see Chidi and real Eleanor together in the next couple episodes because both of the
Yeah.
other girls said no,
For the next few, I agree.
and real Eleanor was like, "I'm just going to tag along with you."
All right.
So I'm just going to throw that out. That I think that's what's going to happen
For the near future, I agree.
for the near
Agreed.
future.
Yeah,
It'll
and
be
then
like
not
it'll be
last.
like a Karen thing on The Office.
Yes,
and
exactly.
A little
Yeah.
subplot, but. That's all we have for this episode of the AfterBuzz After Show for The Good Place. We are so glad to have it back. It's been a good night.
It's been
It
fun
has.
hanging with
It's been
y'all.
fun. We look forward to seeing what's happening. Until next week, you can follow me on Twitter at Michael Clouse TV, on Instagram at TheOnlyMC.
Yes, sir. You guys can find me on Twitter at Jeffrey Seagram and Instagram, at Jeffrey Cranegram. And Dani, thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
This
This has been so fun. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dani Golub. I'm always down to talk about any of your favorite comedies, so hit me up.
And hey guys, you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Renee Ariel.
Well, that does it for this week. Like us on iTunes, give us 5 stars, tell all your friends. We'll be back here next week, same time, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Adios.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.